to this happy place, welcome.
Hey guys, it's Tim and welcome to another episode. The Dreaming of Disneyland podcast. No,
that's
Dreaming
not the name
of Disney podcast. I have Disneyland on the brain. Dreaming of Disney podcast. I am with my beautiful wife, Adrienne.
Hello. We're
There
back
she is.
again.
We're back. Another week. Another episode. Number 47.
Nice.
3 more until... Yes, 3 more.
Yeah.
Till 50. Big
We'll
50.
We'll have to do something special.
Yeah, we'll have to give away money or something.
What?
No, we don't have any money.
Or
Sorry.
get money. Someone give us some
Give
money.
us some money.
Be like, you did good for doing
You did
this.
50.
For doing this thing that no one ever asked you to do.
It took you over a year to do these once a week.
Yeah, well.
So, but, you know, it is what it is.
What are we
So
going
what do you want
to
to talk about? Disney. So we've only done this a few times, but I thought it'd be good to talk about. A lot of people wonder, you know, they think, oh, you just go to Disneyland for the kids. Mm-hmm. Disneyland is for kids. You don't go to Disneyland if you're an adult. Well, joke is on you because there are so many cool Disney adult things to do.
There really are.
There are.
No, there are. I know people, and I'm sure more than we realize, judge us or make fun of us or think we're weird for going.
As much as we do.
Well, that. And I get comments about that all the time. But no, when we have gone just us for, for our anniversaries. And then I have some people that are like, oh, we do the same thing. I know people that have done it on gone for their honeymoon.
Yeah.
So like, you know, there are people that understand. But yeah, it's like, there's not just the little rides like Dumbo. There's
also not just rides. There's other experiences and things to do that you can't do with kids or it's be very expensive to do with kids.
Yes. And we have gone, we've gone for 3 anniversaries. We've gone twice without kids. The last anniversary we had the baby with us. We had Georgia because she was just turned 1. Wasn't ready to be away for 2 nights. So she came with us, but she was super easy and So, excuse me. But we've done 2 trips, just us.
Yeah. And we got our next one's coming up. Well, there's one for sure, one possibly.
Right.
For sure going to Disney World in August, just us 2 for a week. That should be fun. And then whenever Disney gets their act together and announces Splash Mountain closing at Disneyland.
Now, I have to give a disclaimer here. We are pre-recording.
Yes, we are pre-recording.
So maybe they've announced it by now.
Maybe they've announced it by now.
I sure hope they have. But as of the day we are recording, they have not announced it. And so we are waiting because we hope that we can go for that day and it would just be me and you.
Yeah, Sunday, August 2nd. Well, it's not August.
It is not
It
August.
is April.
It is
I kind of wish it was August. So that means we'd be
I
only a few
really
weeks.
don't, because then we'd skip summer vacation.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm really looking forward to summer vacation.
I know you are.
I hate when August comes around. But
It's April 2nd.
April 2nd. So, because it's like, okay, you need to arrange, like, depending on what day of the week it closes and all of that, like, we need people to stay with our children.
I would assume the last day will be a Sunday.
That's what I would think too. That's another reason why the May 6th thing was weird, because that's a Saturday. And
that
I'm
was
like,
just fishy all together.
which still, so that's been a week since that that leaked and was then backpedaled, and nothing from Disney. So haven't said anything.
Yeah.
But anyways, the point being is that we're hoping we will have that quick trip, just the two of us, if it works out.
Yeah. But, sometimes people ask us, like, well, what's there to do as an adult at Disneyland? You don't have kids. It's gotten much more popular to go to Disney now without kids than it was years before.
Yeah, 5-10 years ago. Yeah.
There's much more that are catered towards adults, young adults.
And they have like like the Food and Wine Festival in not Grand California. I'm sorry, California Adventure, things like that.
Yeah, and then you get into now that there's more adults going without kids or kidless adults. You get to like, oh, there's too many strollers, and too many families.
Now you can go without your kids, or if you don't have kids and you're an adult, absolutely 100%. But don't start to complain about the kids.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
This place was made for families. Can you enjoy it if you don't have young children? Absolutely. But it was created for families to enjoy time together. So whatever
I hit a nerve.
You did. That irritates me.
I know.
I don't like when people get irritated with, and this sounds funny because I get irritated with my kids all the time. But like,
you mean kids in general?
Kids in general, like don't like kids, and like don't, when, So like being annoyed that there are kids at Disneyland is
who brought all the kids at Disneyland?
You're an idiot. Like, anyways.
So this episode is dedicated to 5 things you can do as an adult.
It's dedicated to those things, or you're going to talk about?
We're going to talk about it. It was dedicated. The whole episode. That's what we're talking about.
Okay.
This is dedicated to you Disney adults out there, or maybe you're just going to be like, hey, I got some free time. I'm gonna hit up Disneyland because I'm down in LA.
Okay, wrap it up.
So I'm gonna drop in. So here's 5 things you can do.
Okay, let me know. I have not heard these. So what are your things?
So first one, take it slow.
That's something you can do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, with kids, it's always like they're like, what's the first ride we're gonna do? First ride.
Yes.
But when you're just adults, I mean, some adults like they want to like rush.
Yeah.
But take it slow throughout the whole day. So don't be afraid to wait in an hour plus line, because you're not going to have kids be like, oh, this is taking forever.
True.
So you can take your time, go get some coffee, or go get a snack, go wait in line for a while. You can pace yourself throughout the whole day instead of kids being like, oh, what's the next thing we're going to do? Oh, I want to go here. I want to go there.
I need a snack. I need a bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I see like you're not interrupted.
Yeah.
But just as a counter thought, when my sister and I went a few months back, just me and her.
Yeah.
Now we did kind of what you said, where we didn't get Genie Plus because we were only there for not even a full day. And so we waited. We didn't ride a whole lot of rides, and we waited longer wait times. But like you said, because we didn't have kids, we could do that. We would do that. We'd get a snack and we'd get in line and, but we also, without kids, you can also book it when you feel like it.
The opposite is true too.
You can, because there were times where we were like, oh, this ride's only 10 minutes. Let's go. And we could just run there.
Yeah.
We didn't have to then be like, oh, but you need a bathroom. Oh, and okay, let's park the stroller. Oh, let's get everyone out. Okay. And by then the wait time's up. Like you can see that there's a low wait time and you can book it there. And we stayed till closing and could just go because you don't have little kids that are like too tired to do that.
Yeah. Yep.
So it was kind of a mix of both. Like
this is a little bit of both. Yeah, you could do either way.
We did wait longer in lines, and it wasn't a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But then also when we needed to or wanted to, we could like hit it hard and go full force because we could. So basically it's just better.
Yeah. It's just better without kids. Leave the kids at home. They don't need to go.
Different. It's just different.
No, it's a different experience. So yeah, so that's one thing.
Okay.
Another thing, snacks. All the snacks. Because
okay.
whenever we go, the kids want two things: popcorn or churros.
Okay. Except that time you bought everyone a churro and no one wanted it.
Except that one time. But like, how hard it is. Like, oh, I want to try this food or I want to try that food. When we go with the kids.
Yeah, but we're like, oh, they need to eat. They won't want that. So we should just eat here because then they'll eat.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So you can be like, I am going to Disneyland today just for the food.
Food. That sounds amazing.
I want to hit up all the specialty snacks. I want to get this drink. I want to get that pretzel. I want to get that special dessert thing. You do the food and wine festival, do these types of things that the kids aren't going to be they're like, ew, I don't want that.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotcha. And like when we go to Disney World, that's our plan for Epcot. Yeah. I wanted to eat my, when we went, I was like, I just want to eat my way through Epcot.
They couldn't care less. I didn't
get anything. I don't even, when we were in Paris, oh my gosh, I was like, before we went, I was like, I want everything. I want to eat it all. I don't even remember. It was like starting to rain. We couldn't find anywhere to eat. Everything was long. We just had to get something real quick. And we all shared. And they didn't really like it.
Yeah.
And then I didn't get, that was like it. I don't even think I think I was upset that day because I didn't get a treat.
You were upset because you didn't get to eat the food that you wanted.
I wanted to just like try in different countries. So when we go in August, we're like, we're not going to have kids. We're just going to like, pace ourselves and share things so we don't get full. Because that's the thing I always do. I want to try all the snacks. Shoot.
So side point, going to our Disney World trip coming up, I've been doing some like research about, Epcot and all that kind of stuff. Just like at Disneyland, you're like, well, do you either go to the left or you go to the right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
There's are you a Canada person
or Mexico?
Or a Mexico?
Right.
Which side do you start on? So that's a hot debate. So we got to figure out.
I know. We've only been there once. I don't know what's.
My tendency is we always go to the right at Disneyland.
Well, when we did, that's what we did.
Yeah.
But the reason we did, because we did Canada, the reason we did is because we were up by Test Track and we were late for our lightning lane for Remy's, which is in Paris.
That side.
So we went that way because we were like trying to book it because we were going to miss it. And so I didn't even think like, oh, what do we want to do first? We had a lightning lane and we were like, we also didn't know where we were going. And so we just went that way because we had that. So
2 of these things would be solved if we didn't have kids with us.
Oh,
I love going to Disney parks with our kids.
yes.
Don't get me wrong. I love going as a family. I love experiencing it with them, but it's just a different experience when you go without them.
Yeah. And we haven't been able to in a long time. So I think we're, and we also haven't been able to even just get
we haven't really gotten away since we've had.
No, we haven't
Georgia.
since we had Georgia, and we haven't been without a child since Georgia.
Yeah.
Other than a few like short date nights. And we used to have more regular date nights.
Yeah.
And so I think we're just really hungry.
We may never come back.
We're just really hungry for some adult time.
Yeah.
And so we're like, don't take your kids anywhere ever.
You know what's going to happen? We're going to talk about the kids the entire time we're gone.
As soon as we get there, I'm going to wish they were there.
Yeah.
And that's not true, but I'll go back and forth. I'll wish they were there, and then I'll be like, oh, I'm so glad they're not here. And then I'll wish they were there, and I'll be so glad they're not there.
All right. So being able to eat all different types of food. Don't have to worry about kids being like, ew, that's gross. Or I want chicken nuggets, or I want mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
No, you're going to have the fancy stuff. You're going to eat the fancy food.
I don't want to pay for fancy food for them though.
No, that's what I mean. Like without the kids, you as an adult, you can have the fancy food.
Well, but you just said you were talking to a kid and you said, no, you're going to have the fancy food.
I was talking to our listeners. No, if you don't.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you were talking to our kids.
You're going to eat the fancy food because you don't have the kids.
Gotcha. I got it.
Like when we went to be our guests, it's like, oh my goodness, I don't want to pay all this money for this
Although
food.
what I'll say though, what I got, I remember I didn't really know. And Georgia was like, I was just it was like an overwhelming part of the trip. Like we were sitting down. Day. Georgia had just started like solid foods, but the things I had packed her, she all of a sudden didn't want. Yeah. And so then I was like, oh, shoot, what can I get her? Because she was still on like puree stuff. And so I was kind of overwhelmed trying to figure out, because she needed to eat and she was kind of grumpy. And so I just kind of ordered something quickly, and it was good, but I don't remember even what it was. I just remember part of it being good and the other thing I didn't really like. But Noah's macaronini and cheese was good. It was not like Kraft macaroni and cheese. Yeah. It was good. So I was like, darn it. I just kind of want that. So.
All right. Third thing kind of goes with the food.
Oh my gosh.
Alcohol.
Ugh. You know I don't love alcohol.
I know what you're saying, but there's certain places, specifically Trader Sam's at Disneyland Hotel
and Lamplight Lounge.
No, you can't take the kids to Trader Sam's, but you can take kids to Lamplight Lounge. Some people don't have problems, don't have issue, drinking around the kids. That's fine. You do you. And we just always kind of feel kind of weird. Yeah. Going to Disney with our kids and then having alcohol. It's just us. But
when we've gone just us, we've had drinks at Lamplight Lounge. We've gone to Trader Sam's, just us. But yeah, like when we're eating out as a family, I typically don't do that when we're walking around. I just don't.
And it's also more hectic. We aren't sitting down relaxing. It's like, okay, let's eat and let's go. Do a lot more fast service stuff.
And I'm not going to pay a lot of money for a drink that I have to like drink quickly because the kids. Yeah.
So there's Trader Sam's, which is the tiki bar at Disneyland Hotel. It's a very famous, well-known bar there. It's always packed. Yeah. And so it's recommended. I think they open like at 4 or 5 p.m.
Did we make you can't make reservations.
No, you can't make reservations for Trader Sam's. It's walk up only. But I think they've expanded it to where you can now like sit outside of it. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure, but it fills up quickly inside. Yeah,
it was packed when we went,
and it's fun. Depending on which drink you order, like the like scenery inside changes. Like I ordered a drink. It's called a Shipwreck, and like the bartender like makes this announcement, and then like the whole place like thunders inside. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. So there's Trader Sam's. There's Pim's Test Kitchen in California Adventure. They have the drinks there,
which we haven't tried yet.
We haven't tried yet. I know there was one that you really wanted to try.
Yeah, I didn't get to though.
No, you didn't.
Because the kids were with us, and this was when Georgia was a baby, and
you were still,
I couldn't work it out with her feeding schedule. Yeah. I was like, if I get it right now, it's a few more hours till she needs to eat. But then we didn't get over there. And then I was like, well, now she's going to nurse and I can't. Yeah. So like, I didn't get to do
it. There's Lamplight Lounge. There's drinks all over California Adventure.
Yeah.
In Disneyland.
Sorry. just really sorry. Sorry, nothing. Continue.
In Disneyland, there's the only place is Oga's Cantina.
Yeah, which we've never done. Which
we haven't done yet.
People take I've heard people's experiences of taking their kids there, and they do have like fun drinks for kids.
Yeah.
So it's not like you can't take your kids there, but it is like they're like tall tables. Mm-hmm. There's like a few short ones, so it's like if you don't get that, it might not be that enjoyable for your kids, depending to how many you have. I can just imagine trying to take 4 in there would not be enjoyable.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something we haven't done.
And that's the only place in Disneyland that you can get. Well, actually, I take that back. I think Blue Bayou now has some drinks that you can order from Blue Bayou.
Didn't they when we did?
I don't think so. But I think they've added alcohol to the menu. Before, it was only Club 33 that they served alcohol. Now they've, with Galaxy's Edge and now Blue Bayou, they've added that. So if you feel a little bit more comfortable drinking without kids, then there's the opportunity to do that. So you can try different things there. You'll notice that all these have to do with food.
Yeah.
The next one, sit down restaurants. Mm-hmm. So more fine dining experiences, such as Blue Bayou, which is a neat experience. Cafe Orleans is
which
good.
We've done the kids there a lot. Not Blue Bayou, we did just us. Mm-hmm. But Cafe Orleans, we do all the time with kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Because sometimes it is, you do a lot of quick service, but, there's times where it's nice to do like a sit down.
Mm-hmm. Lamplight Lounge is another one.
Lamplight Lounge, which Georgia was a baby, but we took her there. But also those places tend to be more expensive. Mm-hmm. And so if you are going with your family and you're more on a budget, so you're doing the quick service ones more, if you go with just, adults, it can be.
For us, it would be, 6 people compared to 2, which is a big price difference.
So
well, and then like places like in Disney World, they have the prefix menus where it's like a set price per person. So like Be Our Guest was like,
right.
It was a set price, whereas it's just 2 people, it's going to be not as expensive.
Yeah.
And you can not feel rushed and
enjoy the experience.
One thing that I'm really looking forward to is Space 220.
Yeah.
At Epcot.
Yeah. Which we had thought about maybe trying, but we didn't get a reservation. And then after Be Our Guest, we were kind of like, that was our fine dining experience for that trip. That was our big splurge, which I think was good. I'd do it again. But yeah.
Another sit down restaurant in California Adventure is Carthay Circle, which we haven't done. We've been wanting to do for a while. And their menu changes all the time because it's very seasonal based. They also have a lounge there as well. So if you want more lounge food or just a drink or something, you could go there. There's different fancier options if you want a more fine dining experience, or you can just drop, was it $18,000 for 21 Royal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do that too. Because
go back to our episode with Tony Cabrera. We talked about all about 21 Royal. It was a fun episode. That's the ultimate Disney adult experience. Number 5, last but not least, dessert packages.
I was hoping you'd have this one.
Yeah. So if you're not familiar with dessert packages, they are just that, dessert packages, but they're tied with one of the nighttime shows. Yeah. So Fantasmic or fireworks. Actually, I don't know if they do one with fireworks.
I don't think so. They just have like the reserved seating if you've done like the VIP tour.
VIP tours. World of Color.
Yeah. Well,
they did used to have the one that we did.
Yeah.
Which was the Tomorrowland Terrace, I think it was called, dessert package. And they don't do it anymore. But it's that balcony above the Star Wars launch bay. You can, I think it was something like, it's like $50 per person or something like that.
I don't remember. You surprised me with that.
Yeah, it was like $45 or $50 per person. And you go in, check in, and they take you up to like a VIP seating area, and they have like unlimited drinks, unlimited sodas, unlimited hot chocolate, and they give you like a dessert package, like a tray with like different desserts and cheeses and crackers and stuff like that. And then they had games up there,
They had
like
blankets.
Yeah. And sometimes they had characters that would come up.
Yeah,
I don't think they didn't have any
yeah.
with us. And then, so it like opens at a certain time. I think it opened like at 5 or 6 o'clock. You go check in, and then they give you a special lanyard, and you can come and go as you please.
Yeah.
And so, you could check in, go up there, get your stuff. And then you can come back down. Like if you wanted to get like some food.
Yeah.
And then you can go back up.
Because it was just like, like
the,
snacks and like dessert, but not like food. We came down for something. Did we go ride a ride?
I think we may ride a ride. I think we went to Space Mountain or something. And then you can come back up, and for that one, you can go and you watch the fireworks. At that time, it was Mickey's Mix Magic.
That's right. And for that one, with like they don't have this anymore, so you don't need to worry about it. It wasn't the best view of the fireworks because you can't see the castle. You could see them like over Matterhorn.
They did projections on the Matterhorn. You didn't even
get a full shot of the fireworks.
Yeah.
But it was more of the experience. Now, the one they have for World of Color and Fantasmic, you have like prime seating for those shows. And so we've never done one of those. I would like to if, next time we go without kids. So I don't know, like, the one we did, like I said, they had games and blankets. I don't know if that's the case for these. It doesn't, I've seen them. I don't think that's the case. I don't think they do. You're at like a taller table and they have like special dessert options. So I don't think it's as much as the lounge experience that we did. This is more about the show. It's like what we did was more about like the lounge than the show because it wasn't the best view of the fireworks. Where these are more like you get premium seating for the show. And you're at a table so you can like sit and eat your dessert and like have a great view of these shows. So I would like to do it.
So
I don't know which one.
The only one that they offer right now for Disneyland as of April 2nd is the World of Color dessert party.
Oh, they don't have one for Fantasmic right now?
I don't think so. Because I just searched dessert and this was the only one that came up. It is $60 per adult. Whew. So it is a little pricey.
Yikes.
But
it better be some good dessert.
What you get, it says, experience World of Color from premium seats in Paradise Gardens Park and help yourself to a world of sweet treats. So here's where this one gets nice.
Okay.
So each person in your party must purchase a dessert party package in order, blah, blah, blah. Yes. You get a delicious selection of desserts and cheeses, 2 alcoholic drinks per adult.
Okay.
So that's pretty good.
So right there, that's $20 per adult at least, probably more like 30.
Yeah. Unlimited soft drinks and bottled water. Reserved seating in the World of Color preferred viewing area at Paradise Gardens Park where you can sit at a table with folding chairs or a high top table with director's chairs. So,
bring your own blanket.
Yeah. So you want to bring your own blanket if you're going on a cooler evening. But yeah, the 2 drinks per adult.
And then was it unlimited desserts or just a choice of desserts?
I think it's unlimited.
If it's unlimited desserts, then
So, I mean,
Count
yeah,
me
that's at least
in.
half the price right there, the alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if that's what you're into,
So
I don't know what type of alcohol it drinks. It doesn't say. Wait, I take it back. That just said that I'm looking at the prices. It said over $60 per adult. The actual price is $89 per adult.
Why does it say over 60?
I was just looking at the range. Like it has the range, the pricing range.
So it's $80? Is that what you just said?
89.
80,
So it's
$90.
$90 per person.
Oh,
so
jeez.
for 2 adults, you're looking at $180.
That's, it's like, I really would like to experience that, but I don't know. That's a lot because I've also seen.
Here's the kicker.
What's the kicker?
There are no refunds unless.
Refund?
Oh, never. I read it wrong. I thought it said there's no refunds, even if the show is canceled.
Oh, that would be
the only way
ridiculous.
that you get a refund is if the show is canceled.
Okay, I was going to say that would be ridiculous. If it's raining and they don't do World of Color, you better get your money back. Okay, see, because here's my thing. I have seen like a hack, if you will.
Okay.
If you make a reservation at Lamplight Lounge for 30 minutes before World of Color and you request to sit outside
on the balcony, on the water level balcony, then
you have like I don't know how great of a view that's going to be. Like,
because you're off to the side.
You're off to the side, but you'd be seeing it like you're like right there. You're like on the water.
Yeah.
But then there might be some things you can't see because you're not like up high enough to see the whole area.
Yeah.
But then you get a full meal. You could order dessert. You could order a drink, and you're just paying for your meal at Lamplight Lounge.
Yeah.
That's another possibility. But again, that view probably isn't as good as the view for the dessert package.
For sure.
But I saw a reel about doing that. I was like, ooh, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
But that's a lot of money, but I'd love to do it. I'd love to just see what it, okay, like how good are these desserts? What's the whole experience, Is it worth it,
Yeah. I don't think there's... let me search Fantasmic to see if they have.
They
used to. Fantasmic. Oh, it's a dining package. It's not a dessert package.
Okay.
So Fantasmic dining package. Treat yourself to a delicious down-home dinner at Riverbell Terrace. Then, after your meal, sit back right at your table and enjoy prime viewing of the musical, magical, pyrotechnic splendor of Fantasmic.
That'd be pretty cool.
You can also dine at Riverbell Terrace or Blue Bayou Restaurant at lunch or dinner and select a package that includes a tasty 3-course meal plus admission to a separate Fantasmic viewing location that evening.
So you could do it for lunch but still get the good view. Okay.
So dinner is $89 per guest. That's 89 for 10 and over, 35 for ages 3 to 9.
So that's the same amount, but you get dinner.
But it's a pre-made meal. So it's not like you get to choose whatever you want. And so it's like, this is the meal that you get if you order this.
Gotcha.
So
which would I choose?
There's a premium package and a standard package. Oh no, I see. Blue Bayou. You eat lunch or dinner at the restaurant, and you receive a voucher admitting you to a separate reserved viewing location. Then you have I can't say that. Riverbell Terrace. There's a premium package. Enjoy your dinner and the evening's first performance of Fantasmic right from your table on our outdoor patio. You can choose from our regular menu or from special items offered only to Fantasmic Dinner Package guests. That's $75 per adult. And then there's a standard package. Savor a delectable Southern-style meal at lunch or dinner and receive a voucher admitting you to a separate viewing area. That's $50 per adult. So, there you go.
So options.
There's options.
If you want to try it.
If you want to do a dinner, food, yeah, Fantasmic. If you want to do desserts, alcohol, World of Color.
There you go.
There it is. So those are my 5 top things to do as an adult at Disneyland.
Nice.
4 of those 5 have to do with food. So
those are nice.
Yeah. You gave me some weird looks a few times.
But then when you explained it, I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah. I mean, there's so
And
many
there's
different. There's
the
so many
rides.
other. There's still the rides.
And like I said, you can choose to, you don't have anyone weighing you down.
Yeah. I just like, because there's certain things when we go like, oh, I like to do that, but it's kind of hard to do it with kids.
Right.
And so,
Like, oh, that would take too long.
yeah. So when you're just adults, you're like, oh, now we have time. We can try this out.
Yeah. Well, and two, it's like 2 people aren't going to have as many things they want to get done maybe as 6
Yeah.
with different opinions and different needs and all of that. Everything. I mean, if you have kids, everything takes longer with kids.
Oh, for sure.
So you can, it's kind of like both. Well, kind of like we said, like you can take your time, but probably get more done.
Yeah. So
You can choose your own pace. Where with kids, you can choose your own pace, but if you rush them, it probably won't be so fun.
yeah.
You kind of have to have a different mindset when you're with kids.
So if you have a tip, let us know on Instagram. Send us a message.
Yeah. Have you done adults only? And what do you like to do?
Yeah. Send us a message.
Yeah.
Let us know. Where can they find us on Instagram?
dreaming.of.disney.podcast.
There it is. That's the place. That's the place to be. If you like what you like,
Good for you.
good job. Way to go. If you like what you hear, leave us a review.
Hit those stars.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, wherever you listen to us, let us know what you think. We appreciate it. We'll give you a shout out. So we hope you enjoy this week's episode. We're Tim and Adrienne. We're dreaming of podcasts, dreaming of Disney podcasts.
We do dream about
we dream about all types of podcasts.
This is our podcast about podcasts.
All right. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.